Cameron here with Chris. I'm the host for today, and today we're gonna be talking about. Can you say it for me, Chris?
Dude, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Can you just
Nostalgia.
nostalgia? We're gonna be talking about nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Okay,
Mhm.
say what you were saying before we started the video. Before we
About the
get into
Minecraft
the
or the
about the Minecraft, before we get into the topic, we're gonna do the small talk now.
dude. Okay, so I was just scrolling on Instagram right now, and I saw like there's this whole museum, not museum. I don't know if it's a museum, but it's like a whole bunch of activities that you could do, like dedicated to Minecraft. There's like little blocks that you hold. It's stupid, but it's kind of
What?
cool. It's like in London, like in the United Kingdom,
London.
in London.
Do you have a video of it?
I do. I saw it. Hold on. It's on Instagram, so I could if I could find it. Holy crap. I know Minecraft posted it, so if you look on Minecraft,
Yeah, but that's a
I'll
lot
send it
of
to you.
work.
Seriously. Like it's like when you go to like Legoland, there's this whole building you to like experiment on stuff and like kind of
Yeah.
learn from it. It kind of reminds me of
Oh,
that.
that is interesting.
Hell yeah, bro. Got almonds.
Uh, I don't know about
Which one?
the. It says battle mobs, but it's just kids in a roller
It kind of looks.
coaster. It looks okay,
No, yeah.
but it's just
So
I don't know.
the block that they're holding
Mm-hmm.
is basically like a little, those Wii remotes. Or okay, I'm thinking kind of old. Nintendo remotes, the Switches. You know how
Did
like
you say
you
you
could
had to
like paddle?
think kind of old?
Yeah, like really old, like BC type of old.
All right.
I
Continue.
think I still have my Wii.
My friend has a Wii. They played Mortal Kombat Armageddon on it, which I didn't know you could do. I genuinely did not know that.
Yeah, my pirate a lot of games, a lot of games. So and like I
Of
have a
course you did.
huge book of CD of all of the games. Like it's insane how thick it is.
All right. You don't have to do that little smirk. Jesus.
But yeah, but I kind of messed it up because I was trying to like update it, but
Mhm.
I ended up erasing everything.
How?
By clicking the delete button.
How did you accidentally click the delete button?
I thought I was clicking on the right file, but then I realized like, oh wait, everything is gone.
I don't think I've ever
Oops.
done that.
I
I
didn't tell
don't
my
think.
mom because she was like hoping for me to fix it, but then we kind of forgot about the Wii and she never brought it up. That
So
was like
now
a year
you
ago.
you should like bring it up, be like, oh, you remember that one time when I made a boo boo, made a mistake, made a really
No,
crucial.
no, she doesn't even know I did it.
Oh,
Yeah,
what did you tell her? You just tell her you messed up.
no. So I told her that we had to go to the library because the card that the Wii console
Mm.
has doesn't fit in the computer that I have or laptop, I guess, because I don't have money.
Yeah, you're
But
broke. I want to know what that's like.
yeah, unemployed. Job location.
All right. We already did somewhat of a small talk. I mean, at least with you. Like, I know what you did. You went to the lake and
Oh yeah,
went to a
that was
Mexican
fun.
restaurant. And are you okay?
No.
What was-
What did
what-
you do? Did you have anything exciting? Hmm?
Honestly, let's see. I had those 2 days off. I was supposed to work. Well, I wasn't. I guess supposed to. I asked for it, but they didn't give it to me. I don't know why. No, I just played some Helldivers for my time off, or Space Marine.
I saw that. I remember. I was gonna ask you like if you wanted to play, but I
Oh, and
wanted to paint. So, oh yeah, did I show you my painting?
mm-mm.
I showed you my painting. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
I'll send it through Instagram.
Already. Are you gonna show the viewers?
I'm gonna show you. I will.
Okay.
This is my painting.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh. Anyway, but I messed up on the lighting. I was supposed to make it thicker because. Anyway,
Oh my god. Continue.
my friend
That's
that
pretty
I
good.
always go to for like art, like I show them my art to
Mm,
like wait for like approval, and then when I
of
send to
course.
them, like, oh nice, but wait, like, what's your reference picture? I'm like, oh no. So I sent them my reference picture, and they're like, yeah. So you messed up on the lighting. What else did they say? It was the lighting. It was the fact I didn't put them like closer together because it would have looked better. Um
Would
and it
it?
looks like it has two light sources, which is impossible. So I'm like, oh, okay. I see. But yeah.
Well, I guess I could see it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I love their
What? Wait. You
critiques.
send me the reference picture.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
I'm not showing you my
send-
Please!
I don't think I'm
I had
gonna
to s-
critique as badly as your friend did, but
Okay, I'll forward you the image on Discord.
geez, two separate applications here: Instagram or Discord. Pick one.
It's because the reference picture
Ah,
is on Discord.
the thing above it. It's just.
I
Oh
know.
my gosh. Okay.
It was flashy. That's why. So I'm like, I have to send it to him. Are you criticizing? You're looking at it a little too.
The only thing I think I
Too.
didn't really see, yeah, like they're just a little too far apart compared in the picture, anyways. But that's it. I don't know
Oh crap! My
anything about the lighting.
headphones.
Did I say lighting? I mean lighting. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Literally 5 minutes before we started the podcast video, you had a stroke and could not speak worth it. Dang.
It was a moment, not a stroke. It was like a little hiccup.
Okay. I'm gonna pull this up on my phone because I don't wanna. I'm scared of Actually, it should be fine,
Oh,
right?
a flashbang.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, we're gonna jump in the topic of nostalgia. You know what? You remember what it means, right?
Yes.
What is like if you could think off of the top of your head, what is your most nostalgic like moments? Oh shit. Uh
What?
the what the hell is going on?
Why don't you like say what nostalgic or nostalgia means so that people like me who watch the podcast don't know what it is?
Chris, this is my third time. Actually,
Your third
probably
time to
fourth.
me. Fourth time to me, but not to here.
Like to the audience. Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold on, this is gonna bug me. Hold on,
You-
I gotta. No, I'm worried that the OBS kind of turn off the cameras for a second. I don't know. It's being weird. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll just pull it up on my phone.
Okay.
But nostalgia is something like it's like a the definition for now is a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past, typically for a period or place with happy personal associations. So like for example, let's say like you're walking down the road, you get like a certain smell and it brings back memories of like, certain childhood you liked, something like a key memory that's you're just like, I like that. That was nice. Or, you take a bite out of some food and it reminds you of, your mom's cooking. And you're like, wow, that was some good times. So stuff like that. What is like nostalgic moments that you're like, wow, good times.
I remember this one time I was walking outside of a grocery store and there was this guy smoking. And dude, just the smell of like the cigarettes, because I was like away from, like, I was in another state,
Mm.
right? And it reminded me of my mom and it kind of brought me a little bit of comfort.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, I wonder what she's doing. Yeah, she got mad at me when I told her that the smell reminds me of her.
Oh yeah, now that
She's
I
like, it
think
could have
about
been
it.
flowers. Oh wait, I have another one.
Okay.
So
Wait, what is it?
back in lavender. So
Oh.
back in elementary school, I had this hippie teacher. Okay, she seemed like a
The
hippie.
way you just said hippie teacher. Like you didn't hold
Okay.
back or nothing. You just went for the
I
kill.
remember her name, or like her name at the time, Miss Mayer. So
Sorry, Miss Mayor. We
she
just
was,
doxed you.
I know. Dude, I've been trying to look for her because, well, not like stalking. Like, I don't mean like stalking wise, but it's because her sister is like a professional boxer. So I was like trying to look up like, oh, female boxer with a last name Mayer. But I'm like, what if they don't have the same last name? But
Mm.
anyway, so she would have these little bags of lavender inside, and like she kept them because it was more for like the kids who like had a little bit of trouble and kind of like anxious or kind of nervous or kind of like, or just needed to relax. She would
Yeah.
give us the little bags. It's like drugs, dude. That sounds so wrong. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, what if they were actually drugs and she was just trying to calm us down? But
I
anyway.
mean, it could have been. It's like I remember seeing like a TikTok where apparently these black kids got taken on a field trip to pick cotton, and they were little, so they didn't think nothing about it. But when one of the kids took the cotton home and showed their parents, boy, that were they pissed. Yeah, well.
Well. Yeah. So She would give us these bags, and then I would like. She would tell me like, "Oh, you could just rub your fingers on them, and then just smell your fingers," you know. And I'm like, okay. And she would have these little moments during lunch. She would go to like this music room,
Pulling a Schedule One
and
move on y'all's asses.
I know she's starting us young, but she would have these meditation classes during lunch where you could just chill, even just read and just relax there. That's where I would go mostly, just to sit there and relax and read. And then she'll
Yeah.
have like yoga stuff. But I was only there for like reading and sniffing lavender. That was
Sniffing
it.
lavender.
And then ever since then, I grew like a liking to that smell. So I have like lavender everywhere. I have like lavender oil essence, lavender lotion, lavender sprays.
She
Like,
fucking just brainwashed every kid to
yeah.
just love
But
lavender.
the thing is that I never got a scent that smells exactly like the one that she like had.
Like I
You
said,
know,
because
because
it
I
was
think it was like,
drugs. It was
I'm
that good
telling
stuff.
you, she started us young. I can't. I swear I grew an addiction and I can't even fight that good addiction, bro. I can't.
That's so fucked up. I don't think I've ever had an experience like that. Not that I like remember or anything. For me, nostalgic moments that I've had is stuff like I'll see like a TikTok of an old TV show I used to watch. Like there was this one, it was called Johnny Test, and there's like a newer one, but it's not as good as the original. The original got like
Mhm.
I don't know, canceled or they ended some. I don't know. Man, it was so good. It was a good game. Anytime it's like if I hear like the song or if I see something similar, I'm just like thinking back to because I always used to watch it when I was over at my granny's, or we called her granny. It was on my dad's side, and
Mhm.
I swear. And similar to the cigarette smoke, if I smelt it, it would remind me of staying at her place because she wasn't allowed to smoke in the apartment. But then again, she didn't care.
Yeah. No one's gonna stop one. A smoke. No
No,
one's gonna stop smoking.
not until she hit the grave.
Okay. And then next guys.
uh,
What's the next memory?
I'm trying to think. Um, there was one specifically. I wouldn't even say it's really like a good memory. It's just a memory. Like it's not bad
Mhm.
either. It's just like it was very random. I was walking somewhere, and it was I don't know how to describe the smell. It's one of those smells like I genuinely believe you wouldn't smell it anywhere else. It's not a
Mhm.
bad smell. It's not a good smell. It reminded me when when I was very very little, and I stayed at. I think I was just staying the night at my aunt's house or something. I don't know why it reminded me of that time. She had a bunch of zebra stuff, like a zebra carp, like floor mat, zebra, fucking blanket on the wall, zebra
Oh my
cover
god.
things on
Uh-huh.
the recliner. Everything was zebra pattern or cheetah. I don't know why, but back then a lot of ants like cheetah patterns. Or
Oh,
yeah,
no.
weird.
Um,
But
excuse
continue.
me.
Damn, I'm sorry.
I had something stuck in my throat. Again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Okay.
Um,
Continue.
anyway, I have another one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you been to Costco?
Nope, never been. I'm sorry. I live in the bumfuck of nowhere. I live in a county where nobody goes anywhere unless they got money. Like
Yeah.
money.
You know what? I kind of want to. I've been like seeing that more, like more away from the city. It's kind of nice, like just living away from people. Look,
Even
okay,
live
for you
look it,
probably not,
okay.
but since
No,
I'm so
like
used to this,
living away from people,
I
I agree, but living
yeah.
here, it's still not enough. Like they're still just idiots. Like
Let's see.
unless like there is a few spots like I used to live on it's called Fountain Run, and that is the definition of being away from everybody. It's nothing but woods. Mostly. Like it's like a really small town. You got like maybe one really small Dollar General, one little like self-owned restaurant, like it's like a family-owned restaurant, and then a church.
Mm.
That's it. That is the three main things in that little town. Besides one gas station, but even that gas station, it's nobody goes there unless they're desperate. That's about it. The rest is just house, like a few houses maybe. You keep going down the road, and then it's just trees again. And I remember me and
I
my
like trees.
me and my brothers, we used to catch crawfish from the creek.
Ooh, yummy. Do you guys
Yeah,
see them?
yeah. Put them on a grill.
Nice.
Then we would occasionally we'll walk down the creek, and my dog is barking. I don't know why she's being weird,
Eat it.
but
Eat her.
yeah, walking down the creek into the woods was probably one of the best feeling. Hearing the creek in the background and just listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
The only time you had to be worried was when things got quiet, because that
Oh,
usually means either a mountain lion or a damn
yeah.
coyote's near.
Mm. Anyway, back to Costco.
Yeah, sorry.
Completely different.
Sorry, yeah. Back to Costco.
So, you know what Costco is, right?
Yeah, I know what it is. I think kind of. It's
Okay.
like, ain't it like it's a big store basically?
Yeah, it's a big store that sells like things in large amounts because it's like kind of a store more for like family, like big families. And they have it's a
Okay.
membership. You need a membership card to get into
Five
the
big
store.
booms. Boom, boom,
Boom.
boom, boom.
But when I was little, so the smell is because they have like a little food court right outside of Costco. They sell pizza, they sell sundaes, sell salads, they sell. By the way, their pizzas are huge. That's what they're kind of known for.
Mm,
And chicken bakes. So chicken bakes is what I'm talking about. They're not that good anymore. They were like so good back then, but they
yeah.
kind of like lost their touch. But um when I was little, um me and my dad would go to Costco only to get chicken bakes. And then we would like park right at the side of the building. And then we'll just eat the chicken bake while watching Amazing World of Gumball.
I haven't watched it. You know
Seriously, that
they're coming back with it
uh-huh.
and stuff.
Huh?
They're coming back with Amazing World
Yeah,
of
like
Gumball.
I told him it's because my dad got me into Amazing World of Gumball because like we loved watching shows, we loved watching movies. We're huge Marvel fans. He's leaning more towards DC right now, which is kind of making me you know? But
Yeah, but it does look like DC's having a comeback, but I still want to put it, at
mhm,
least movie wise, I want to put it above MCU at all.
yeah. I I love Marvel. I I watched everything. I read some. Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, from
who's
DC, I
your
like,
favorite Marvel character?
dude, I don't even know, man. I mean, I know for sure for DC or like a couple, but for Marvel, like there's like a bunch. Like I like Star-Lord. Star-Lord's pretty funny. Rocket too. Um, I like Spider-Man, Iron
That's fair.
Man.
Yeah.
Um, of course you say that's fair. You have like an avatar of bunch of spider. Your profile picture is Spider-Man.
We don't have to talk about that. Spider-Man is just cool all around.
He is. I like all his all the
Well,
universes of Spider-Man's.
oh wait, which
Oh.
one's the GOAT?
I really like the old school one. The
I
old one.
remember.
Like
Yeah.
that one. Or I think Spider-Pig's pretty funny. Dude, please. You gotta give it to me.
Peter
It's
Porker?
stupid.
Really?
It's so dumb. No, the pig one. Spider-Pig?
Yeah, Peter Pork.
Oh, okay. I think you said Parker. I'm like, no, the
Oh,
pig. But yeah, I thought it was so stupid. That's why I thought it was funny.
my
But
favorite. If we're talking about like just all of them and stuff in general, I don't know. I like Noir. That dude just horror farms like crazy for no reason. His whole
all right.
fit is just damn.
Oh yeah. I dropped an almond.
I just want to wear that in the heat
Oh yeah.
and complete heat stroke. I'm surprised he's not dead.
For DC, I
Oh,
absolutely love the whole
hold on.
Batman thing. I love Joker and Harley Quinn. I have a Joker poster behind me because I like Joker. He's insane. He's super cool. I like his character. And I like the relationship between Harley Quinn and Joker because it's
Chaotic.
kind of it's chaotic, exactly. And it's so interesting. It's intriguing, bro. And then Batman,
I mean, I always thought of it a little weird because at first, like before, like what was the whole thing with Harley? Because I know she used to be like a nurse or something, right? And then,
no. So she was a psychiatrist
or
for
yeah,
the
something like
Joker,
that. Yeah.
like basically like a therapist or something like that to him. And then he kind of like not manipulated her, but like they just grew a huge connection that just made her obsessed with him. And
Yeah.
he was just like kind of playing hard to get, but not really because he knew what he was doing. And then,
That son of a bitch knew what he was doing.
mhm. But then again, you have to think about that he went through a lot of torture in that hospital because he went through a bunch of shock therapy
Yeah.
and like extreme type of shock therapy that like made him kind of hold a grudge on her. So when he was gonna escape, like he was gonna like do the same thing to her, like kind of torture her, show her what she did to him. But then she was gonna take it, bro. She didn't care. I was doing it. She was fine. So he was like,
Yeah.
okay, this girl's kind of crazy too. Kind of crazy too.
He's like,
So
all right, I see who she rocking with. I like it.
yeah. So he was gonna let her die. He was gonna let her kill herself because he was saying like, oh, um, would you die for me or would you kill for me? I forgot which one it was. And she's like, oh yeah. And he's like, oh, too easy. Would you live for me? And she's like, yeah. And
Ain't
then
this from
he
that one movie?
that's from birds some something birds something with birds. but it was a whole Harley Quinn movie. But
Yeah.
she jumped into acid for him, and
Yeah.
then he grew a heart and then went after her. And then yeah, that's how they,
All
you know.
right.
But
I'm trying to find the website that I'm going to be talking about when it comes to nostalgia. It's not that. There we go. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think that's enough small talk for now. Small talk. And I can't talk
mhm.
a little bit. Okay. Did you know that nostalgia used to be a mental illness or considered a mental illness?
But isn't it common? Like, doesn't everybody have it
Well,
at some point?
apparently, late in the 17th century, a medical student in Switzerland named Johannes Hofer, I hope that I say that right. Anyone in Switzerland, I'm sorry in advance. Um, Noticed that people living far from home, such as soldiers or those sent abroad in domestic service, sometimes experience a psychological burden so great that they actually died as a result. This is where nostalgia
How they
is
die?
coming from. Uh, it says in his 1688 dissertation, whatever the hell that means, Hofer named the phenomenon nostalgia using the Greek roots nostos, which means returning to a native area, and algos, a term for pain or grief. Apparently, I think that it was like the death was like suicide and stuff like that, but
It hit
uh,
home so hard that they had to die.
I guess I don't know. They just felt like, I guess, Kurt Cobain point of view all the time, you know, like.
Wouldn't that be depression? Like severe depression instead?
I guess so, but man, apparently this is where it's coming from. Doctors initially approached nostalgia by thinking about it as disease, says Clay. I don't care who that is, no offense. A psychology professor at North Dakota State University, blah, blah, blah. Deaths related to the condition were often caused by suicide or by self neglect. A dampened immune system brought on by depression, for example, sometimes left people more susceptible. I want you to edit like an AI voice correcting this word if you can.
More susceptible.
To fatal illness.
Okay.
So yeah, Hofer proposed that nostalgia was sympathetic of an afflicted imagination caused by continuous vibration of animals' spirits. Can you believe that? So
What?
if you had nostalgia right back in fucking
Uh-huh.
hold on back
Making
in
out.
1688.
16.
You were doomed for death because you had a frog and a damn raccoon dancing in your head, fucking killing your shit apparently, causing vibration.
Oh yeah, that flower reminds me. Imagine.
But hold on, what else does it say? There's certain parts of the brain and that it admits no remedy other than a return to the homeland. Apparently, he wrote about a girl who fell from a great height while living far away from her home. Initially on the mend, she began refusing to eat or take medicine and would say nothing beyond her desire to go home. She returned to her parents emaciated, weak, and near death. Mere days later, however, she was Wally well, is what they call it, I guess. So I guess she was
Wally
okay.
whale.
Um,
So she was just homesick.
yeah, apparently here's a, hold on. I think this is a picture of the document. I want to send it to you. That way you can show the viewers.
guys.
Let me send it to you. I'm gonna just send it on Instagram. I like you. I'm picking one app.
It's because whatever file is on whichever device, then I'll send it through that, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
This
I
was a-
cannot read that.
Oh, I can't either. I'm just saying, show the viewers that this was apparently published by Johannes Hofer
Let me try.
on the phenomenon of
This
nostalgia, which he classified as a medical condition caused by the continuous vibration of animal spirits. I still can't believe that.
dissertatio medicina del no not no that
Okay,
I'm not
stop.
gonna try.
Stop.
I'm-
Stop. Just stop. It gets even
I
crazier,
try.
though. It gets even crazier. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Because in addition to all of this, there was apparently other methods that some people would take. Like this, when a Russian commander noticed his troops suffering from nostalgia in 1733, he buried a soldier alive as a warning to others.
Wait,
While there,
hold on. I need to write something down. I think I know a topic for the next one.
oh god,
Not for like tomorrow, but like the next week.
yeah.
I know we're doing. Okay, carry on. Carry on.
Thank you. But while during the
Okay.
French Revolution, physician Jordan Lee Conte prescribed pain and terror as a cure for nostalgia.
So torture. So they tortured them. That was the cure?
Apparently. Yeah. Let's see what else does it say. Which the French called les maladies, whatever. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Or disease of one's country. Throughout the American Civil War. Okay, I guess it skipped ahead. It's not gonna tell me anything else. But throughout the American Civil War, soldiers who felt homesick were taunted relentlessly for being weak-minded. So they were bullied instead of, I guess, tortured. Or maybe both. At that time.
So like mentally abused.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Like, it's crazy. Like, back then. Holy shit. They took anything
Oh yeah,
as, like.
back then is crazy.
You got nostalgia? Get prepared to get buried alive. Let's see. Okay, next paragraph says the concept of nostalgia underwent a renaissance in the early 1900s. So, yeah, this is a
Renaissance.
decent jump ahead. However, as the symptoms were found to align with better studied psychological illnesses, such as shell shock, which I remember learning about that in history and whatnot. You know what shell shock is, right?
Mm-mm.
And it's what they call now post-traumatic stress disorder, like PTSD. Back then, I think they called it just shell shock, but it was mostly because in a war. Let's see, anxiety or schizophrenia. Over time, the word evolved into its current meaning: a fondness for objects or experience of the past, with or without the debilitating pangs of sadness. So it wasn't until, I guess, after the 1900s is when they started. Like, hey, it's not so bad. We could use it for a positive meaning. And now it's what it is today. I mean,
Positive meaning. Yeah. Yeah.
what do you think about the past of nostalgia? Like, were you expecting that? That's for us.
No. I thought it was just like a memories. Aww. No, that's a whole different thing back then. Like if you had that, then you were gonna be like, whore.
Yeah, if you had that, you were just fucked. You were like, yeah, you were in die.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That is insane. It's like they didn't know. Sorry. My back's hurting a little bit from
I
carrying
know.
this. Alright.
What?
You'll see when you watch and edit the video. Wait. Hold up. Oh. I wonder. Because by the looks of this, right? I think they were like before the 1900s. They were also. You ever seen like shows where people who had mental illness they would get shock therapy or like forced, kind of like what we was talking about earlier, the Joker, like where he was crazy. They were doing shock
Yeah.
therapy and shit, stuff like that. I feel like this is some American Horror Story type stuff right here. Wait, what does that say? Victorian era's mental asylum. Yeah. They rolled it into cases of melancholia, whatever that says. One of the most common justifications for institutionalization during the Victorian era's mental asylum boom. That's insane. That's actually crazy. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm having fun with my hair.
You know what? I think that
Wait.
was pretty good. I think we had a pretty good conversation about that. That was insane.
I honestly, I love dark history. Like the things that you didn't know that happened, like that were like weird or like crazy or like stupid and
Oh, like
like
what
just dark
Chainsfall
stuff.
was originally made for?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was originally made for?
No.
The chain. I don't know if we should save this for another.
Wait, yes, I do. I do. Yeah. I remember.
Let's just say that baby had plenty of room to get out of its mother after, if it wasn't touched by the chainsaw. Like, who in the. You know what? There were just a bunch of crazy people back then. For example, people who would torture people that had nostalgia, apparently.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just found another topic. Hopefully you don't take it from me.
All right. I think that's. What was the goal for the video? Like how long it should be? Over 30 minutes, right?
About. Just to start off.
Yeah, just to start off. That's good. It's been about 45 minutes now. Surprisingly.
How long?
45 minutes.
No.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm surprised. I didn't think it was long.
Yeah. Apparently it has. Alright guys, we're gonna end the
You
video
froze.
here. We're gonna end the video here. I didn't freeze on my end, so I'm perfectly normal. She's frozen.
There you go. Now you unfroze.
No, I was completely
You're
okay
still
on my
frozen.
end. Alright guys. We will see you in the next one, which she will be the host of. Chris, do you want to say bye to to the viewers.
Yes. Thank you for clicking on this video.
Mhm.
Very special to click on. I don't know what to say. That was really bad.
We're in it there
I
before she completely fucks it.
Watch the next one.
Yeah. Bye bye.
I just told her I don't know how to do it. I think we have to go to the library because the doesn't fit in my computer.
You'll have to repeat that. You kind of cut out.
I
And don't
said,
edit that out either. I want you to leave that in, just because it looked like you kind of had a stroke. So.
You're so no. I'm taking it out. Anyway, I'll add it to a blooper.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
blooper file.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. Anyway,